What's good, everybody? Is Monday giving you the blues? Let's turn that frown upside down. It's Mail Call Monday, baby. I got a couple of spec pay packages. I got a couple of spec pay play packages going on over here. Oh my God, it's Monday. What is going on? What is going on?
Oh my gosh. What do I do?
Oh my God, what do I do? What do I do?
Oh my gosh. What do I do?
Like I said, this is Mail Call Monday. I got two spec plays that I want to share with you guys. I hope you're as excited as I am. And let's turn that frown upside down. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to Mail Call Monday. We're going to get right into this in just a minute, but let's see who's been hanging out in the chat with us. Already some tailgaters going on. Paul Dunn, what is good, man? Good to see you. Comic Book Therapy, one of the best names on YouTube because comic books literally are therapy. House of L Comics, Don Davis, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Did you get your package? How'd that go for you, man? Mushu Seaman, good to see you. It's pronounced Shmonday. It is definitely a Shmonday. For all you hanging out, Shmonday is definitely going to Shmonday. Who else we got here hanging out? Zuni, little fist bump action for Mail Call Monday. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. We've got, station everybody, because we've got the great Reyes Jr. is in the house. Good to see you, man. Hope nobody's wearing headphones. Wow. Yes, take a breather. It is Monday, and Monday is just about over. We can all kick back and relax here. And I've got something to start us off. A small envelope here from Nick the Comic Nerd, who sent me a little gift, and I am very thankful for that. Nick hit me up on IG, said, hey, man, what's your address? I got something cool I want to send you. So I'm looking forward to this because I know what's in here. I just haven't seen them yet. And if I can remember how to actually open an envelope without slicing my finger off, we'll get right into this. Shattered Glass Comic Reviews, man. Good to see you. What's up, dude? Happy Shmonday. It is a schmedium kind of Shmonday. And here we go. Yes, Zuni is in the house. That's your longest one. That's what she said. Oh boy. B-Town 2294, good to see you back, man. You've got a question. I hopefully have answers for you because it is Monday and we're shaking off those Monday blues. But Nick the Comic Nerd sent me this fancy little envelope here. Ooh, digging this because Nick the Comic Nerd has swag and gimmicks. Look at that, man. Let's see if we can get this to work out. Nick brought in some stickers. Will this focus? Can we get this to focus? Come on. This camera is not going to... There it is. Nick the Comic Nerd. Super cool logo. Super cool stickers. I know right where one of these is going to go. It's right on the beer fridge out in the garage. Absolutely. Thank you, Nick. That was super cool and super kind of you. Thanks for sending those, man. Nick, Comic Culture. Good to see you, man. Station. Thanks for being here. Back to B-Town's question. Why did the cross-eyed teacher get fired? Ooh, I don't know. Because he couldn't control his pupils. Wow. That kind of hurts a little bit. Oh, man. Legion of Comics. What's up, comic fan? We are Legion. Speaking of Legion, they're going to have an 800 subscriber contest going on here soon. Check them out on IG. Check out his channel and make sure you guys are subbing him up and checking out his content. They are on the move quick. They are doing some great stuff, so don't miss out on that. Yes, you got the package. You guys are awesome. Thanks again, man. That auction over on Sketch Channel was phenomenal. Super happy to see so many people bidding against each other for the one comic book, and they all wanted to actually A-OK it to you. So I did, yeah, absolutely, man. I just sent it for free. Didn't charge them anything. I've never seen so many people bidding on the same item, and the end result and the end goal was to actually A-OK that to somebody. Super cool. James Watson, thanks for being here. Good to see you, man. He'll post the 800 giveaway on Wednesday. Ooh, super cool. Looking forward to that on Wednesday. So we're here today because I regularly make spec plays. I don't talk about them often because most of them don't really pan out. You know what I mean? The box of failed spec is pretty big. I don't know if these are going to pan out either. I just thought it would be really cool to talk about a couple of spec plays that I'm really interested in. I'll dip into this first box here because I'm actually really excited to check out this package. Because this is super, super, super cool packaging from Behemoth Comics. All hail Behemoth Comics. Don't bend our stuff. Absolutely digging their packaging. Absolutely. Los Comics, good to see you, buddy. How are you, man? Sup, everybody in the chat. Absolutely. We're digging into this box. For those of you that know Behemoth Comics, you're probably already keen to what I'm about to box here, but where are the edges to this? I don't know. We're just going to get right into this. This is a different mailer than what I'm used to. Come on, Mama. Good to see you. Speaking of great packages or receiving great packages, Come on, Mama got a package from that auction that we did. And super cool to find those Carnage books a new home. So they've got some labeling on the outside here and some tape. We're going to get rid of this. This is a pretty nice mailer. I think it's because normally when I order comic books, I order a couple. But this time I actually ordered quite a few comic books because regardless if this spec play pans out, the story is so good and I'm really digging this book that I feel like it'd be great to share with the community at some point. Yes, B-Town, there are great packages abound. We're going to get right into this. Ooh, yes. You want to talk about bougie packaging? This is dope. This is super dope. Like, it's a nice mailer, and then there's high-end packaging on the inside. So Behemoth Comics, I'm hoping they get a chance to check out this video. We are showcasing Behemoth Comics packaging. Good. You will do this is doodah bougie right here. This is how you package comics. You got a mailer, and then you got bubble wrap filling in the dead space. I just yeeted that box right to the Netherlands. Nether regions. We don't want to talk about nether regions here, do we? So now I've got to figure out how to get into this without damaging anything. But this is how you package raw comic books in really good shape. Fancy schmancy, absolutely. Fuchsia only. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. See if I can do this without terrorizing the mic. You guys let me know if that mic gets terrorized. Unpoppable bubble wrap should be a capital offense. I don't think I've ever met bubble wrap that was unpoppable before. Ooh. This is going to take a little bit of work. This is why I like Mail Call Mondays too, is to showcase the packaging of comic sellers online. And Behemoth Comics hit not just a home run. This is a grand slam on the packaging. Holy. I kid you not. They use the perfect packaging tape too. There's a certain level of packaging tape that doesn't turn into cement and doesn't rip up the bubble wrap. And this is the stuff that doesn't turn into cement. You can either use painter's tape or you can use kind of cheapish packaging tape. The cheapest packaging tape means that the glue doesn't adhere so bad to the bubble wrap that it rips, which means we can save this packaging method and we can reduce, reuse, and recycle for the next community member that's going to be receiving books. So I am going to see the edges. The edges can be tough. There we go. Perfect. And black bubble wrap, that's kind of a nice touch. That's neat. Because Behemoth is killing it. And I kid you not, there is a whole nother layer here. Pull tabs are a must. I agree, Fuchsia. Pull tabs would be amazing. I am not going to ding Behemoth for not doing pull tabs, considering how amazing they packaged. And let's be honest, Behemoth is killing it on great reads, and it's not like they have an entire factory of people packaging these books up. This is just a couple of guys kicking some serious tail and getting it done right and getting these books out. I'm excited to show you what my spec play is right now. Perpetual Comics, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Comic Burrito. Oh, God, burritos sound good for dinner tonight. Oh, man. So, from Behemoth Comics, my spec play that I've bought into right now is going to be You Promise Me Darkness #1. I'm going to set this one over here really quick, and we're going to talk about this for a hot minute. Why is this a spec play that I'm pining over right now? Is because literally my LCS said they couldn't get any copies, issue 1, issue 2, or issue 3. They couldn't order any. My LCS isn't a slouch. They're a big LCS. So when they tell me that they can't get a book, my ears perk up. My radar goes out. I'm like, well, wait a second. If you guys can't get a book, what is going on with this? It's either going to be scarce, or there's going to be a high demand for it, or there's some sort of communication challenges that are happening. So far, it sounds like the print run on You Promise Me Darkness actually topped 30,000 books, which is a huge accomplishment for Behemoth. They've had a couple of titles cross that 20,000 threshold, but You Promise Me Darkness crossed 30,000 orders for issue 1. Now, this is a very quirky, very dark read. The cover is where I'm at. The cover is all black. Getting these in super high grade and getting them in 9/8 isn't going to be fun. It's going to be a bit of a challenge, but that's why you're going to see me continue to pull copies out, because I want a 9/8 for my collection, because I am digging this read. And if you haven't read this, stay tuned to this channel, because I'm probably going to be giving a bunch of these away. Probably going to be building sets and packages to give away to other people. And it's just going to keep going here. You Promise Me Darkness. Please, if anybody in the chat has read You Promise Me Darkness, speak up. I really want to hear what you guys have to think about You Promise Me Darkness. I was enjoying it quite a bit. It's quirky. It's weird. But it's another one of those avenues where human beings receive superpowers, yet they're not superheroes. If I remember correctly, there's this one and Phantom on the Scan are a little on the similar side, but this is where Halley's Comet passes every 75 years. And when Halley's Comet passes, people are born with special abilities. Or this is the one where the comet crashes on the Earth. I'm pretty sure this is the Halley's Comet passes every 75 years. Dang Comics, good to see you, man. This is the first spec play that I'm talking about today. Is You Promise Me Darkness. I ordered 10 copies. Why? Because I got free shipping. I got them for cover price. And I'm going to chase a 9/8 for the personal collection. All black cover. It's essentially a negative space cover. All black. So there's going to be wear issues. There's going to be scratch issues. There's going to be a lot. I'm probably not even going to pull these out of the bag and boards. I'm probably going to look them over. I'm going to take the best 5 or 6 of them, and I'm going to send them out to get pre-screened when I can get a 25 book pre-screen lot together. I still haven't ponied up the time or the finances to do an Uncle Skeff 25 issue pre-screen, but I'm trying. I'm working towards it. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. So that's You Promise Me Darkness. Have you guys read that? B-Town says he received superpowers from Taco Night. Interesting. Fill us in on that. Was it some nachos? Either way, Big Herm, you want a copy of You Promise Me Darkness, stay tuned to the channel, man. I'm probably going to give some of these away, some great high-grade reader copies, maybe put some packages together, because this is not the only box I ordered from Behemoth Comics. The first print is out and finally showed up at my door maybe last week, I think it was. There's a second print, and there is a third print for issue #1. And because my LCS was unable to get issues 2 and 3, I have issue 2 coming, and I have issue 3 coming as well. And I didn't slouch on the orders by any means. Now, granted, the last time that I did something like this and ordered 10 or 15 copies of a book, it was a book that I can't even remember the title, and it completely failed out, and it wasn't that great. But buying at cover price and buying at a discount means these end up being great reads for other people in the community as well that weren't able to find them. Because if my LCS couldn't order them, how many other LCSs out there weren't able to order the book at all, and people aren't seeing this? So I know, like, a lot, like myself and a lot of other people do read digitally, but we still prefer to own a single copy and actually have it to read. So we're going to chase a 9/8 out of this stack for #1, and we're probably going to get these together and do some sort of a bundaroo kind of a giveaway or something like that. Or I might throw out a couple on an auction, maybe kind of recoup the money into this order. Either way, this is super cool. We'll hit up this chat again in 1 second, and then we'll bounce into that second box. But You Promised Me Darkness this is very intriguing. I'm really interested to see where this goes. Issue 2 was out last week or the week before? Wasn't able to get it at my LCS, so now I've got to buy it digitally to read it. That's on my list of things to do tonight. Lisa Noble, thanks for being here. Your LCS didn't get one. I tracked it down. So same here. Mine didn't get it, and I tracked these ones down. I went right to Behemoth's website and ordered from them directly. And I messaged those guys on IG and told them how excited I was to get this in my hands and read this. It's so cool. The only difference between a good meal and a good time is where you put We'll leave that one. We'll leave that one in the fresh food aisle where the fresh food belongs. M3 Lions, thanks for being here. Good to see you, man. Absolutely. Southern Comic Geek. What's up, folks? Talking about awesome comic book channels and awesome channel growth. Make sure you're checking out Southern Comic Geek and seeing his auctions and all the content that he's dropping on the regular every week. Super cool stuff. God Tank, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Haven't seen you in a hot minute. I got to get out here a little bit more often and hang out with you guys. Thanks for being here, man. Who else we got? Dank says, hey, Southern Comic Geek. Absolutely. B-Town says, good idea. Yeah, we'll leave the fresh food in the fresh food aisle, right? All right, so let's dip into the second package. Thank you to the 24 people watching right now. We are going to get into my next spec play. Your hubby has never a fan of facial hair, but in the end, it really... I walked face first into that bush. God dang SCG. Oh, boy. Here we go. All right, so we have a slab in here, and this is my next spec play. Let me clear some room for this. You Promised Me Darkness. I will send you off into the darkness for the moment. And we're going to get into this mailer here. Very well packaged. There's... Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shouldn't be moving in there. That's not a good sign. Shouldn't be moving in there. All right, I'm a little on the worried side. This is a graded book. And as soon as I can get into this box, that's what I told. I'll leave that one alone. Oh, boy. Mushi. I'm not sure about comic books. They have too many issues. Oh. How do I keep walking right into these? You guys are killing me today. House of L. Don says he is specking on Static Shock and Return of Milestone. If you want, I'll send you one to the show. You are not all DC. Not all DC are bad. Yeah, DC's not bad. It's just I gotta trim. Oh, interesting. I can't buy everything every week. So I think, Don, you're onto something with Static, and I'm sure a lot of other people are, and it's interesting, but literally I can't buy everything that comes out every week. DC is usually the first thing to hit the block for me. Buy what I love, and I'll love what I always buy. That's what I say, and DC is usually one of those first things where I'm kind of like, eh. But we have box within a box. We got a boxception here. So that means we get double the yeet. The Great Legend Show. What is up, man? Legend, how are you, brother? What is good, man? Good to see you here. So one more opening. Oh, boy, here we go. Is that a Fat Max knife? Most of my tools have fat in the name. Very fitting. Actually, it only says DeWalt. It just says DeWalt. But either way, Paul Dunn, you're a few minutes behind. But yeah, You Promised Me Darkness is so good. Weird, but awesome. I honestly think it has the chops to be a very, very quirky, awesome movie. I really do. Cannot wait to get further into the story arc. The story arc could bomb it and completely change it. Who knows? Either way. Dank Comics got 3 static, 1 old school, gave 1 away. Oh, yeah. Very cool. Because, yeah, there's that original issue of Static, right? We can't forget about that one. That's how CGC boards package slabs. That box within a box gimmick, absolutely. So now we are on to the packaging on the inside, but there's still... Ooh. I hope nothing's cracked. I hope nothing's cracked. But we get to yeetith that other box away. So actually, that's pretty good. The ends were taped. So it means it was slid around a little bit. Let's try not to murder the mic here. half the fun of Mondays is watching myself struggle on the camera with packages. Oh boy. Aggressive Mondays are gonna Monday. Oh my god, it's Monday. What do I do? What do I do?
Oh my gosh. What do I do?
I'm gonna smack my head. Oh boy. So here we are. I will yeeteth that out of the picture here, and I will yeeteth that bag out of the way. We have got ourselves a slab. If you look over my left shoulder right here is a copy of The Last of Us #1, and we have an additional copy of The Last of Us here. Why is this a spec play? Because I absolutely love the video game, and they did the announcement with the casting for the Last of Us show on, help me out here, guys, was it HBO? I think it was Pedro Pascal, and then the young girl from who played Lillian Mormont on Game of Thrones is going to play Ellie. That's the casting announcement. But we have opportunity here in a 9.4. Very inexpensive for a book that was lowly printed for a massive, massive video game that is, the show is going to be stellar in my opinion. So this is my spec play. This is my big spec play. You Promised Me Darkness was a fun spec play. This was an easy $100 buy-in for a 9.4 with no grader's notes, which means we're going to give this a really good look over, and this is going to get clean. It's going to get pressed, and it's going to go back in. And honestly, unless there's some scuffing that I'm not seeing right now, this has a really good shot at a bump. I see a slight, yeah, this is going to be an easy press for a pro. There's a slight kind of roll after the spine. Like you've got your staples, you got your spine, and then just after the spine, it dips a little bit from top to bottom. That's going to be an easy, easy press for a professional. So I am fairly confident. I'm really confident, actually, that this is going to make a 9.6. This is going to make an easy 9.6. Now, most people say 9.8 or bust on modern books, but we have to rethink. We have to rethink about how we collect books when it comes to 9.8 or bust, when the supply is so low as the demand ramps up and these books become less available in high grade. Now, 9.4 or better is near mint, right? But this has a solid shot at a press CPR, crack, press, submit, CPR, crack, press, resubmit. So this is definitely going to get another thorough look through. I easily, just by one glance over, can tell that this is going to bump to a 9.6. I'm going to hold myself to that, and this is going to get added to that stack to go to Jimmy the Geek Aficionado for the next stack of CPR books. I'm really excited for that because The Last of Us, I think, isn't talked about very much, and it's actually fairly well appreciated. Most people didn't realize that the 9.8 of that book shot up to over $1,000 after the casting announcement, and now we're seeing those ebbs and flows, right? The casting announcement came a few months later. The book is on a downward trend down from $1,000. I'm seeing some sales around, I think, 600, some asking prices between 600 and 1,000. I imagine that book is going to come right back up once we get more news about that show. And then when the show hits, we'll probably start to see price memory when the show actually hits and stays. The show could get canceled. The show could get completely canceled. That's why I'm paying attention to those ebbs and flows, and I'm buying on the bottom. I'm buying on the downturn. So $100 for 9.4 is not bad. Let's talk about that. The price to grade the book, what is it, 18 bucks? I think 16 bucks back then. The price to ship to and from, let's call that probably about $20. So you're close to $40 right there just in shipping and grading fees. This person didn't have the book cleaned and pressed. I can tell just by looking at it. So let's stack on cleaning and pressing fees. That's another $15 to $18 right there. I mean, once I get the book sent, mailed out, have it cracked, pressed, submitted, and regraded, I'll probably have close to 150 in it. But look at what a 9.6 of that book has sold for. A 9.6 for that book has sold for more than 150 easily. 9.8s have sold up to $1,000, maybe a touch better. As somehow, for some reason, my face twitches. Up to $1,000 for a 9.8. So if this comes back at 9.8 and I've got $150 invested in it, That's how I speculate to build my collection. Do I need 2 copies of it in 9.8? No. Will I keep them? You're darn right I'll keep them. Because I love that game that much, and I love that story that much. Thank you, everybody, who's sitting here hanging out 24. You guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up for us while we're hanging out and are on this comic journey. We'll go over these spec plays again in just a moment. We'll hit up this chat really quick. Yes, absolutely. I am going to crack this. It is going to get pressed, and it is going to get cleaned. Get a click, quick, click. Give it a good wipe down, right? Because you got to get those fingerprints off. Some of those fingerprints are why some things turn into 9.6s when they magically shouldn't be. Gotta love the 9.4 for a good price point. Absolutely, Legend. Absolutely. 9.4 is still a near mint book. And if it comes back for a 9.4, I'm okay with that. It's worth the shot. It's worth the education and knowledge. That's how I learn how to grade books better, too. It's trial and error. Southern Comic Geek, I'm with you, man. Crack it and send it back to CGC next year when we see the book again. We'll see what you got next year. He's not wrong. I'll be lucky to get my copies of Star Wars 42 back by the time the show comes out this fall. I'll be lucky. That's what's going on right now at CGC with my books. Those are getting clean, pressed, and sent out because those all got CPR'd. Lowe says, just bought a crap ton of spec books over the weekend. Went to 5 shops in 2 states in one day. I went to 4 shops in one day locally that I hadn't been to in so long. We went out proper comic hunting this past weekend for our anniversary kind of weekend. We went out to actually have a meal, and we went out comic hunting, and it was a blast. And we found some great back issue filler stuff for Star Wars. We found some really cheap slabs that are going to be great too. And I'm going to add one to the Slabaganza giveaway. I had to think about it for a second, but the Slabaganza giveaway coming up as we hop on this journey to 1,000 subscribers for the channel, which is going to be a blast. But proper comic hunting was back, and we hit up 4 stores, and it was epic, man. Should have a video of the books. Oh, very cool. So yeah, if you guys don't know Los, make sure that you're looking up Los's channel and you're checking out his content too, because Los has been a part of this community for a couple of years now, and he is awesome. I love watching his stuff. Love hearing what he has to say about his spec plays and what he's doing for his collection. Perry Comics, I'm honored. Good to see you, man. You take a break from playing some video games and watching some movies. We're here to entertain you and hang out. Thanks for being here. Hit that thumbs up, man, or hit the thumbs down. Let me know how you're feeling. Yeah, who else is in here? Mushu Seaman, that's what she said. Absolutely. Phil Ailing, good to see you, man. Hello, all. Absolutely. M3 Lines is still hanging tough, man. What did you think of the Eternals trailer? I liked it. I'm very excited about the Eternals trailer. I'm not very excited about the fact that I might not be getting rid of my Eternals 2 now. It makes me want to hold on to it. But stay tuned for the next auction on Skeff's channel, because I'm probably going to go ahead and move that to somebody that really wants Eternals, because Eternals is not part of my PC. Eternals isn't something that I'm like super passionate about collecting. So we're going to find that book a new home coming up in the next auction, I bet. Probably put it up for a really, really, really good price and see where people want that to land and make it fair. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Tom. Hey, thanks for being here. Good to see you, man. Hopefully your day is going well, and hopefully your Monday's almost on the way out. If you're on the West Coast, you're on the tail end of the day. Over here on the East Coast, it's just about done. Thanks for being here. Let's recap these spec plays really quick. I'll just pull one copy. You Promised Me Darkness. My ears perked up when my LCS said they couldn't get any copies. 0. They were not able to get copies of issue 1. They weren't able to order issue 2, and they weren't able to order issue 3. Which is interesting, because my LCS is no slouch. They are not a small LCS. When I walk in there and ask to order something, 99.5% of the time, they're able to order it. Unless it's completely sold out and not being reprinted and I'm way late to the game. But I was only a little bit late to the game. They only had, I think, like 8 copies of this that went to pulls, and they were not able to get any of issue 2 or issue 3. So we ordered a bunch. We're going to chase a 9.8. Super all black cover. Very cool. I'm looking forward to seeing this in a slab. I think this is going to be awesome. And then the big spec play this week was the The Last of Us issue 1 in a 9.4, super affordable at $100 for a slab. And just glancing this over, I can easily tell that this is going to CPR to a 9.6. So I think if I get this under some really good light, I'll be able to tell if it's going to go for a 9.8. Either way, at $100, by the time I'm done paying for shipping, pressing, cleaning, and grading, I'll have maybe another $50 to $60 into it. And if it comes back a 9.6, that's a win in my opinion. If it comes back a 9.8, that'd be like a grand slam. And then I'd have a mirror copy. Very cool. If you guys don't know Last of Us, check out the videos on YouTube of the gameplay. The gameplay is phenomenal. I've been out of video games for too long. When I sat down and played that game, Carson Woodard said you better check it out, and I absolutely fell in love with that. This is a Last of Us is going to be a spec play of mine through the rest of this year and the rest of this summer. I'm going to be paying attention to those copies as those prices ebb and flow. We got that casting news with Pedro Pascal playing. My brain's gonna Monday on me now. Ellie's being played by the girl that played Lily Mormont on the Game of Thrones, and Pedro Pascal is gonna play the other main character. And you guys are gonna punch me in the face because I continue to forget what his name is. Oh, it's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. Either way, why Jeff keeps coming to my head is beyond me, but it's not Jeff. Oh, now I feel like a terrible fan of Last of Us. It's probably been 5 months since I played the game, and now I got to get back in there. But yeah, if Jimmy presses it, it'll come back in 9.8. Jimmy's got those golden fingers. You all saw the Saga Mexican variants come back in 9.8s, and those had those nasty polybag increases in there, and he was able to work his magic. Vote for Pedro Pascal. I feel like Pedro Pascal has the acting chops for that role, but I just don't know if he's quite got the full-on look. It'll be interesting to see him in makeup and in character and in full costume. Then we'll see how that looks. I'm holding my opinion back on that because I think he can act the role. We'll see if the studio can make him look the part too with all of the makeup and the costume and everything. So I'm really looking forward to that because that's going to be awesome. Thank you everybody for hanging out. It's already been 30 minutes. You guys have recharged my batteries like you'll never understand, because this connective tissue that is comic books that we have is epic, right? Comic books really are connective tissue for all of us in the community. But the most important part are you guys and how we can recharge each other and bring good vibes and talk about a bunch of fun stuff, right? So absolutely. Thanks everybody for joining. That's Mail Call Monday. The two big announcements going on are we're on that journey to 1,000 subscribers. That video will be dropping soon. We're going to do the big Slabaganza giveaway. And we're talking 10 plus slabs that we're going to give away. 10 plus slabs that we're going to give away. It's going to be one of those ones where here's the video, you comment down below, and then we do a live stream for the giveaway. That's going to be a good time. And stay tuned. Hopefully tomorrow, if I can get the editing done, we are in the editing room for that top 50 video. The top 50 comics for my personal collection for 2021 is currently being edited. And if I finish it tonight, it'll drop tomorrow. And don't forget, Wednesday, new comic book day is coming up fast. So once again, thank you, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Y'all know how I'm going to do it every day, every week, all the time. I'm going to go peace out. I'm going to go pinkies out. I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side for the next video. Remember the most important part, all day, every week, and I'm going to continue to stall because I didn't upload it beforehand, but all day, every week, we can't forget it like I forgot to upload it. Cue it up.
Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.
Oh my gosh. What do I do?